Hi guys, it's Naruto556. I'm here with a cosplay for beginners video. Those of you just starting to get into cosplay, is the words costume and play. It's well, I define it as dressing up as your favorite characters. I go to conventions. Some people just make videos. Some people do both. So my first piece of advice is, before you even decide which character you're going to do, you always want to know what your budget is. A majority of your cosplay will be based on how big your budget is or how much you're spending on it. If you get a $60 allowance every month, you're not going to be able to buy as much in a month as compared to somebody who makes $129 a week. I learned this in high school. I was on a very tight budget, so I only went to 2 conventions during my high school year, and I think for all 3 of those outfits I spent $20 to $40 total. Most of the stuff was closet cosplay. Closet cosplay is pretty much picking items out of your closet, like a pair of skinny jeans, a sweater, or going to like a thrift store. It's a really good place to be spending your money. Which brings me to my second bit of advice is closet cosplay versus a handmade cosplay or a bought cosplay. Buying a cosplay online is really expensive. It gets expensive. It doesn't probably find one for cheap, but quality probably won't be so good. When it comes to making your cosplay, you want to know what your skills are. For example, I can't use a sewing machine, but I know how to hand sew. So I have a friend, Tai, as you guys know, who sews outfits for me, and then I add on anything else that I need to add on. And I also this year made my own props, made jewelry, made Tadpole Jackson, found accessories and everything, and took care of all of that. You want to know what your skill set is so you can plan accordingly. Third piece of advice is using a wig versus using your own hair. The benefits of using a wig is that you don't need to worry about what your hair looks like at the time. The cut, the style. You buy the wig, you can either buy it pre-styled or you can buy it unstyled and style it yourself. The cons to using a wig is how much they cost. I try to keep all the wigs I buy under $30, which can backfire if you're ordering from a place like eBay, because you don't really know what the wigs look like. I've had that happen before where I bought a Sailor Moon wig and the buns came in braided, which I thought was cute when I got it, and then it got ruined really quickly, so I ended up buying a new one and it looks so much better. The buns are actual buns. But yeah, the benefit to using your real hair is that you can get it dyed, and it's gonna probably be cheaper than getting a wig. But if the character has a weird color like blue or pink and you don't want to dye your hair blue or pink, you're gonna have to invest in a wig. Halloween is a really good time to get this stuff, because when stuff goes on sale, the wigs are pretty much almost the same price than they would be online, but you don't have to pay the extra for shipping. So my next piece of advice is when you're starting your cosplay, I use lists for everything. You want to be organized. That's my next one after this. Organization is important. You want to know what materials you're going to need, props, shoes, etc. You want to know what you're going to need. You want to plan when you can buy it, especially if you're on a really tight budget, like $60 a month. I used to make lists, and each month I would buy a new item for the outfit. I still do that now, so I don't run out of money every week. Yeah, see, I have a list for this video. organization is key. You don't want to, you know, buy something and put it aside for later so you can use it just to buy it again later and decide, you know, buy it again later and then realize you already have it. It's a waste of money. First off, you're not going to be feeling very well after finding out that you already have the item. This happened before to me. So my next piece of advice is reference pictures are extremely important, especially if you're making the outfit yourself or if you're planning on buying it from like a thrift store, like pieces. If you have a smartphone, I would suggest, you know, you can always Google search the character while you're out, just in case you run across something that you need. However, for those of you who don't have a smartphone, I would suggest carrying around just a reference picture, like in a bag or something, just in case you are out and you think this item's gonna work for your cosplay, but you know, if you don't have a picture, you're not gonna be too sure, and you don't want to, you know, buy it and then realize you really didn't need it, or don't buy it and realize you did need it. Mangas, like I have back here, those are really good too. I brought that along. One of my first times buying fabric, we brought it along so we can compare the colors. That's a really good idea because, you know, colors on the manga, it's going to be easier to compare to fabric than it is on a picture on a cell phone because the resolution it changes. Next piece of advice is when I get stuck on like details for an outfit or how to make a prop or something, I always YouTube search, I go on DeviantArt, I Google search, and I kind of just look at what other people did for their outfits and, you know, how I can make that work for me. Like the circles on Princess Serenity's dress from Sailor Moon, they're big golden circles, and I really didn't want to have to cut individual pieces of fabric and put them on there. So I ended up looking up how other people did it, kind of looked at what they did, and ended up finding at Joann's this trim that I just ended up hand sewing on there. Also, her sleeves were a pain in the butt. I found somebody that did it out of craft foam, and I figured out how to do that myself. That's what I ended up doing. But yeah, it can help you, give you ideas, and you know, get you going on it. And even if it doesn't work out, at least you have an idea of how you can fix that one and make it work. My next piece of advice is do everything ahead of time, especially if you're planning on wearing this to a convention. You want to know when the convention is, and you want to give yourself like a deadline to have everything done. I know life gets in the way. Like for example, TourCon I know is at the end of March. March is next month. So right now for me, it's kind of like it's crunch time. I want to have things done. I have a majority of it done. There's just some details I have to finish up. Things like you want to make sure you have the outfit done, hopefully a few weeks before the convention starts. That does happen where, you know, you get to the convention, something falls off. You know, it happens. But, sorry, I'm looking at my list. Yeah, but you want to kind of plan everything out, you know what's the top priority that needs to get done, and finally down to the last priority. Like my Rupa cosplay is all done. All I gotta do is buy leggings, so I decided I was gonna make a tadpole Jackson. It took me 5 to 30 minutes. It wasn't really that hard. He's adorable and demonic. And finally, my last piece of advice is enjoy it. If you know you're happy with your outfit and what you did, and you're, you know, ecstatic with it, then nobody else's, you know, opinion should matter. If you're happy with it and you're thrilled and you're proud of what you did, then that's good. That's awesome. Like if you can put it on and feel amazing and just love it and just want to go out and run around in it and be loud and crazy, that's good. I don't think, you know, you're gonna have people who are always gonna be like, oh, that detail's wrong, or oh, she's cosplaying it wrong, or oh, it's not accurate enough. You know, ignore them. Who cares what they think? They're losers. I mean, if you're happy with your cosplay, then that should be all that matters. That's all the advice I have. This is based on my personal experiences. I'm not by any means a professional cosplayer. I don't consider myself to be. I'm still very much starting out, so this is just advice based on my personal experiences. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Leave comments. Let me know if you want to see a video for, your first convention, advice on that, or anything like that. Thank you. Bye.